Hey everyone, in this video I'll be explaining how to easily contribute to API documentation for any of Moov's open source projects. Not all of our projects have APIs, so I'll be using ACH as an example. Within ACH, API documentation is located in the openapi.yaml file in the project's main directory. So let me find that real quick. Here it is. And if you open it up, you'll see that this is a really long file, and that's because this includes all of the API documentation. Now for some other projects, it might be located in a folder, so for Watchman, it's actually under Client and then API. After opening up the file here, you can click on Raw, and that'll open it up in a new page where you can easily copy the contents. We also use Rapidoc to display this file to our users, so when we link to the API docs, we typically link users to a rendered version and not the raw file. As you can see in this README, if you click on API endpoints, that's going to take you to that rendered version, and this is a lot easier to read, of course. At this point, you're going to want to open up a Swagger editor at editor.swagger.io and paste in the contents from this raw file right here. You're going to see it render on the right panel, and on the left panel, that's the code. You can make your changes. So for example, if we want to type in a change here, that'll appear almost immediately on the right side. This is the easiest way to preview how the API spec will be formatted, and Swagger does a really good job of making the documentation file easy to edit and navigate. It would be pretty difficult to go straight into here and start making changes without checking out how they look in Swagger. The way this documentation is structured is you have some introductory information here, but then you have all of the endpoints. If we open up one of these, you can see that there's a description and then some code examples for responses. You can also click on this arrow, and that's going to take you in the code to where this endpoint is. Now at the bottom, we have all of our schemas, and here you can see all of the specific elements for each object. Now each element can have a lot of different properties. We try to have an example for each one, and then also you might have a minimum length, maximum length, and then other things like a format for date, for example, and there's actually all sorts of things. So I'm going to actually link to the documentation for the openapi spec in the video description below, and that's where you can see all of the different syntax. So once you've made your changes in Swagger, just copy them and go back to GitHub, click on this pencil icon, and that's going to take you to the editing tab, and here you can paste in the new version of your file, scroll down to the bottom, and then type in a quick commit message. So I'm just going to say made a small change. Of course, you want to be as specific as possible here. That's going to be the main thing that our developers look at. And at the bottom, you can change the name of the branch if you'd like to something more specific, and then click on commit changes. Now you're going to be brought to the pull request page where you can submit your changes for review. You don't really need to add much to this besides what's automatically here from your commit message, because this is just going to be an isolated documentation update, but if you have any comments, just leave them in this box. Click on create a pull request, and our development team will be notified and provide some feedback. So that's about it for contributing to API docs. It's pretty simple. If you have any questions, just leave them down below in the comment section, and we look forward to your contributions to our open source projects. Thanks for checking out this video, and we'll see you next time.